Yes, people, what's going on? We're outside the Manchester United fan zone here in Bilbao. We're about 30 minutes away from the San Mamés Stadium. I'm here with Nathan Salt. Nathan Salt, how are you doing?
I'm excited, mate. First European final covering United. Everyone's nervous. I'm one of those that's like uber positive, as everyone knows, watching Paddock. So I'm really looking forward to it.
After, are you nervous for United? Like, where does your loyalties lie? Am I allowed to ask you that?
You got to be a little bit nervous for United, given that I'm always positive and then they don't back it up. So I've got to be a little bit nervous, got to be real. But I just believe finals come down to big players. And United have got Bruno, United have got Casemiro, United have got Amad Diallo. They'd be the three best players on the pitch for me. And those are the players that you're relying on in finals. And I just believe that Bruno Fernandes will drag United over the line. It's hard to look past that.
See, because Gary Neville said not only Bruno would get into the Spurs combined 11, and I agree with you. I was like thinking, to be honest, I should have said it during the overlap, which I didn't. But I was sat there thinking like, Amad Diallo, Kobbie Mainoo, like these guys all probably get in there, and there's a few of our defenders as well. You were at the press conference yesterday with Ruben Amorim. I've seen a few clips from it. It was a bit jovial. Bruno's response to Jamie Jackson's question and stuff like that were quite funny. What did you make of it? Does it feel like there's a relaxed camp?
I think he trusts in himself. He's got complete self-belief, and I love that. You know, even through all the tough times, he said he predicted everything that would come. I'm not sure he predicted playing Tottenham in a European final, but he predicted the storm, and he predicted that things would get better. Chalk and cheese with Ange, who was very irritable, very nervous, I felt, and he might disagree with that, but Amorim just looks relaxed. He was in the gym this morning working out with some fans. He is not stressed. You know, he is going to enjoy the occasion, and hopefully that emanates to the players.
Do you think that, and because I've seen Ange Postecoglou kind of reply, a journalist asked him a question and he responded, but not to the question, but to their article that they posted earlier. Are you seeing signs of that tetchiness, or is that just, if someone says something bad about you, go for them? Do you think he's nervous?
It's one of them, isn't it? Some fans will say, oh, they love that, like when they stick it back to journalists. I just think it's a bit unnecessary in the build up to a European final. What does it matter? Well, it wasn't me, but if it was me or someone else, what would it matter? At the end of the day, you will be the hero for Tottenham if you go and win the title. The rest is irrelevant. Ruben Amorim, is he reading all our stuff? I don't think he is, and that's probably the right thing.
Yeah, it does look like Ange is gone with, regardless of whatever happens. Do you think that brings less pressure for him then?
I don't know, because I don't think it's a free hit in any. It's a European final. If he loses, Tottenham are 17th and have had one of their worst hit seasons in modern times, and he will be regarded as a failure. If he wins and then he gets booted out, it's got a little bit of a feel of Van Gaal. You go out on that ultimate high. And I was saying to somebody yesterday, it does feel a bit like that. Like you've had weeks and weeks. If everyone thinks he's going to go, what does that mean? Does he just take the shackles off? I just think these games you're probably going to have the worst 20 minutes of football you've seen to begin with. That first goal will go in and then the game will change. And I think the way I think Gary Neville might have said it. If United go behind, I've still got belief United can come back. If Spurs go behind, I struggle to see them having the mental sort of capabilities to come back.
I feel like if United were 2-0 down, I'd still think there's a chance. But by the same token, I think if we're 2-0 up, there's still a chance that we could fight.
Right. There is, but I don't know, just being in that press conference with Maguire and Bruno, and I say Casemiro and others in there that are leaders when you need them to be. And I think what stuck out in Stockholm when they played there was all the leaders on the side that never played, and they were all on crutches basically and all banged up. And I think there'll be loads of that as well. Zirkzee, massive leader in that dressing room that is back and has worked really hard. Diallo, really important. Whether these people start or not, you probably asked me, I'm unsure yet, but they are going to be doing a lot of cheerleading, a lot of guiding on the side, and that's invaluable.
See, now, something caught me there. I'm the president of the Joshua Zirkzee fan club, if you didn't know. You just said he's a leader in the dressing room. That's not something that struck me before as Joshua Zirkzee being that. Like, when did he become that? How has he become that?
I think with the young players, I wrote a while ago when Chido came in that he felt like an onus and a responsibility to lead these younger players, and Mason Mount feels similar. A lot of them feel like it's quite a young dressing room outside of the key of all the players, and they need guiding. They've not been here before. A lot of these players. Casemiro's had what? I reckon I worked out about 19 senior finals. He's won all 19 of them, so he knows what he's doing. He knows exactly the culture of the build up to a final, and he looks relaxed, right, when he was walking around the stadium. But other people have not been here before, and you want to feel relaxed. So Zirkzee, yes, he's new. He's not played in tons of finals, but he's got that leadership trait in him, I think, and it's a major turn on. He's been one of the stories of the season, I think. To see him come off against Newcastle in tears, to potentially being the man who could get the winning goal in a European final, I think it's a hell of a story.
I cannot believe that stat that you just reeled off, and it's made me somehow even more nervous. Like, because I'm one of those guys that goes, I've been going for the last week. Like, they've beaten us 3 times this season. They can't beat us 4. So we're going to win this one. And then you just go, he's won 19 cup finals in a row. And then my brain starts going, well, this is the one he loses. Like, I just switch immediately. It's an incredible record.
It is. And yes, he's played at Real Madrid and Sao Paulo, but it counts in big games. We saw United at Anfield, at the Emirates, at the Etihad. Like, they do turn it on in big games. If anything, the frustration is that United could go out and win this and ruin it, or not ruin it. We can't ruin it, but they would play terribly on Sunday against Aston Villa, and that would sum up the season perfectly. That would close the chapter on a weird season where the big games United are great in, and the quote-unquote smaller games, they look the smallest team of all in those games. But honestly, Ruben Amorim, I don't like to say he's wrong very often, but I think if United win this, it does salvage the season, because you'll be looking back going, all that great time in Bilbao, all those beers we drank in
Champions
League football. You're not going to remember playing West Ham at home where Wan-Bissaka plays the game. It's like you're not going to remember those games in November when you lost, and you are going to remember Bilbao and being in the fan zone with all your mates and your family. And maybe this is your first final, maybe this is your 3rd or 4th final, maybe even going since '99. But they mean something, and I think the players know that. All right, it doesn't sort of cover up for everything, but boy, will it be a large plaster of a lot of cracks.
That Villa game's been in my mind a lot this week, because it can go one of 2 ways. It's either going to be a massive party at Old Trafford on Sunday, or it's going to be a dreadful atmosphere. It could be horrible for the manager. The press conferences, the post-match press conference here, like leading up to that, the questions that will be coming out of yourself and some of the other journalists could be crazy. Like, if you think about it, like, it could be all about his future, really.
It could. I'm just going to say positive affirmations. I want to give you positive vibes. You know what I mean? We could be talking about he's doing his press conference at Carrington, I think, Saturday, and let's not focus on what might be. We're enjoying it. It's a nice day in Bilbao. Positive vibes. That's what I always say to Joe or Jay, or just believe in the players.
We need you in the room more.
That's what I'm saying. I just believe in the players. If you can't believe in Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Ahmad, in a major final, time to get on the first flight home. I think you've got to just believe, because these are the days you wait for, years and years wait for. So I think they'll win.
I was about to ask you for a prediction. You think we'll win?
I think 3-1 United. That's what I'm going to go with.
Oh my God, I pray you God. I had a dream last night. I don't know if it was a dream or a premonition. Casemiro scores very, very early and United cruise it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what's bad as well, Nath? It's my birthday at midnight.
Well, it's my friend's birthday today, and he just said he's got a decent record on finals, so he reckons it's all good omens. And look, today's the day that 2008 United beat Chelsea.
2008. I was in Manchester for that. I didn't have a ticket for the final. I watched it at the Palace Hotel at MUFC screening, and after the game, it was mental. And I remember looking at my phone while we were celebrating, going, "Oh shit, it's my birthday! It's like 2 a.m. It's my birthday." The night just took on another level, and I'm praying we have the same thing here in Bilbao tonight.
Well, my fingers are crossed for you. It's a long season. You get close to people at the club, and I know how much they've suffered this year. All the people that have been let go, or all the things that have just gone wrong per se. And I want it for them as much as the players and the fans. And I really want it for those people that maybe had to leave the club or have just found it really shitty, for want of a better word, this season. And so for all the people behind the scenes that people don't see, it'll be as much to them, and who knows, you get 50 medals, maybe Eric Ten Hag will have a medal by the end of the night.
Maybe, who knows? Guys, this is so nerve-wracking right now. Fucking come on, United. Thank you to Nathan Salt, as always. Make sure you follow him on all the socials and check out his articles after the game, before the game, everything. They're out there. Go and check them out. Thank you, Nath.
Appreciate it.
Was that long enough? That's what she said.